Hey guys, Mr. B XRP here, and welcome back. Today is September 23rd of 2020. Kind of a big day at my house. My eldest daughter is going to be 21 years old today, and she attends the University of Florida, and I'm very, very proud of her. Hope I get a chance to see her today at some point. But big day at my house. Anyway, let's keep it flowing. I am looking at Fiat Leak. A lot of people always ask me, what is this site? It's fiatleak.com. If you're interested, you could see fiat and tether moving in and out of crypto, and I always like to kind of start with it because it's visually pleasant to look at. But pricing is the XRP price is not doing much, obviously, as everyone knows. All right, so let's just jump right into the market. So 334 billion is the market cap right now. Bitcoin sitting at 10,522. Ethereum's sitting at $341. Tether sitting at $1, and XRP is just over 23 cents. Been a real bloodbath over the last 7 days. The biggest loser in the top 10 is Chainlink, is down over 24%. And in the top 20, yeah, Chainlink is still the winner on that one. But it's just been a tough week, as everyone knows. So moving on, let's look at the news. This was from XRP Crypto Wolf at XRP Crypto Wolf. Follow him on Twitter, please. U.S. Space Force has engaged blockchain firm XAge to develop a hack-proof security layer for its communication system. And it goes on to say, at XAge Inc., Security won a contract from the U.S. Space Force to develop and roll out of a blockchain's data protection system across the networks. So it is just interesting stuff going on with this Space Force and the way digital companies and digital assets are going to mesh together. There's a lot going on out there. I mean, it's going to be such a different world in 5 years. It really, really is. And it's interesting that we're watching it every day and watching it unfold. But for the people that aren't watching it every day, they're going to be shocked. All right, so I had posted this on Twitter yesterday, 99 days left in 2020, the year of the digital asset, which means today is 98 days left. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is not a statement that I made. This is a statement that came from Ripple. It was posted in Ripple Insights, and they had called this article 2020, the year of the digital asset. And you can go back and read it if you like. It was posted on December 19th of 2019. And in here, Brad Garlinghouse, it says CEO Brad Garlinghouse is even bolder, predicting that half of the top 20 banks in the world will actively hold and trade digital assets in 2020. He is also one of many on the team that believes fiat currencies will go digital in the next year. So this was the belief back in December of 2019. I did have a lot of people, got a lot of action. I mean, 83 retweets and 529 likes, and got a lot of action because most people are aware of this. Some people aren't aware of it. Some people think that Ripple may have overshot, not knowing about the impending event that was going to occur this year, as far as the worldwide illness, let's call it. But I didn't see them dial it back. I didn't see them walk it back. I didn't see them come out and say, that things are moving slower this year because of that. I really didn't see any of that. So listen, I kind of want to hold them to it. I kind of want to, see if they were right. I mean, hey, they made a prediction. Let's see if they were right. I think that prediction was based on their expectation of regulatory clarity, and I think that's what it was all about. And it's been dripping out. So regulatory clarity has been dripping out from the OCC, and I think that's what gave Ripple the confidence to make a statement like that. So I don't think we're off. I don't think we're off their statement. I think that I don't think what's occurred this year has changed, but I don't know. I mean, there's just no way for me to tell. And I also saw this article, and this came out on September 20th. It looks like Jed McCaleb is kind of in agreement too. He said crypto doesn't need more regulation; it needs clarity. So here's another CEO, and the CEO of Stellar, and obviously everyone knows that he was originally involved with Ripple as well. But he's also waiting for clarity, and I just believe that this clarity is coming. I believe it's coming, and we're going to see it. So this was from Well Alert yesterday. Just under 500 million XRP were transferred from Chris Larsen's unknown wallet, which was valued at just under $116 million. And immediately, let's see here. That was at 117 that came across. And at 1:33, Chris Larsen goes to Twitter, and he does not tweet much. And he says the following: as some of you may have noticed, I moved an XRP wallet to NYDIG. I've known the founders for a while, and I'm impressed with their security and top-notch institutional standards. This is truly Custody 2.0. Check them out. So here's a company that before yesterday, I don't think anybody's ever heard of. I haven't heard of them. But they are a company providing the full suite of digital asset services to premier institutions and sophisticated investors. So it's for high net worth investors and institutions. And it breaks down all the different institutions that they work with, and it talks about their leadership. And the main person that's one of the leaders is the head of the regulatory affairs, which is Benjamin Lowsky, who most everyone will recognize. He was the head of the BitLicense in New York. So interesting that Chris would move XRP here. Especially with our expectation that PolySign is going to, or PolySign said they were going to launch this year. So maybe he's spreading it around. I'm sure, where I would imagine he's going to put some at PolySign as well. But interesting that he selected this company, and I think it was probably the greatest advertisement that he could have done for them, which I find really interesting. So we'll be keeping our eyes on that. I'm sure we'll learn more about that company over time. This I just saw posted by Ian Northing, and he said, I hear that, and this is actually Leonidas from Leonidas here, who runs the XRP Arcade, and that's at Arcade XRP website that offers so much to Ripple and XRP, says he's going to take a break and even shut down his validators as he has to focus on work. And then he goes on to say, Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Joel Katz, isn't there something you guys can do? Let me tell you something. I met Leonidas. He's a fantastic guy. He does amazing hard work. And I have talked with him over the last year and a half. And it's been my belief. I personally believe that, his efforts should have been supported by Spring, because he is building a chronicle of the history of XRP and updating the progress of XRP. I mean, Ripple is decentralized from XRP, so there's nobody to do that. And I think his work is important, and I think it's valuable. And I really think that Spring should have stepped up and helped fund him so that he can continue his efforts. And I think it's a shame that nobody's done that. And I don't know that they haven't, but to my knowledge, they haven't. So I hate to see this happen. I think he's a great guy and his work is exceptional. And I really wish that Ripple would step in and help him keep that going, because I believe if XRP becomes what we think it's going to become, I think the history of it is going to be important. And Leo brings a lot to the table. So I want to give you my opinion on that. This was from the Crypto Poet, at One Cryptic Poet. David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple, at 2020 Blockchain 50 Symposium, which was put on by Forbes yesterday. So let's hear a short little blip of David yesterday at the symposium. I'm going to crank this up so you guys can hear it.
And maybe, David, we can start with you, just given the fact that DeFi is such a rage right now, and it's sort of decentralized financial applications, payments, et cetera. That can be the lowest hanging fruit. I know Ripple Ledger is built on top of open source software, the XRP Ledger. So maybe you're a good place to start.
I think that if we want to have customers, they have to have great experiences. And customers want different things. They're in different countries. Some of them are underbanked. Some of them are overbanked. Some of them want to get revenue. Some of them have local currencies that they don't like. They want exposure to the dollar. Some of them, they want all these different things. And I think it's instructive to look at the internet. Like, why is the internet so great? Because whatever you want, it has it. It offers a broad array of things that are like whatever you want, like the internet's going to have it somewhere. If we build an ecosystem like that, that's what's going to be compelling. And that's going to mean public chains. It's going to mean private chains. It's going to mean DeFi. It's going to mean that it gives everybody what they want. And sure, there will be some things that are more successful than others, because there are some things that people want that are more people want. But like, that's the ecosystem we want. We need a regulatory environment that's friendly to an ecosystem like that. We need interoperability so that people can hold the assets they want and aren't stuck in a corner. But if we don't build that, if we don't build that kind of ecosystem, none of us are going to have any customers. Like, there won't be anything exciting to do in blockchain. I really feel that strongly. So I do think that, like, on this front, we're all in this together, and interoperability is going to be the big driver of great user experiences.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So the interoperability, which is always the key of XRP and what Ripple is constantly preaching, and being able to bring everything together is absolutely fantastic. So good to hear from him. It was about an hour and a half, I think. If you want to go back and watch it, you can see it in its entirety. This I saw from Michael at VAL5 Link. New research from Evertast shows that a surveyed group of investors managing roughly $78 billion in collective assets believes that during the next 5 years, institutional investors will dramatically increase their crypto asset holdings. Well, that's good news. I'm not surprised. I mean, and listen, it's not just these people. It's all, institutional investors and retail investors that may be coming to the game. As crypto continues to gain legitimacy, which it is when the government is clarifying regulations. Every time the government clarifies regulations, crypto becomes more and more legitimate. As it becomes more and more legitimate, more people's dads and uncles and grandpas and sisters and nephews and doctors and everyone else starts to believe it's not a scam because they used to think it was a scam, and they're going to come in and they're going to invest. And that's why we always hear people say we're early, we're early, we're early. The truth is we are still early, which is reflected in the prices and also reflected in a lot of people's frustrations. But you got to be in this for the long haul, guys. And I think this regulation is really going to make a difference soon. Saw this. This was a story from Zero Hedge yesterday. Time to go all in. The Big Short 3.0. 2/3 of U.S. hotels say they won't last 6 months more at the current occupancy levels. I live in Florida. I mean, the service industry is massive in Florida. And I have friends that this week were laid off from jobs at hotels. It's bad. If you think it's bad, put bad on steroids. It's bad, guys. It's really, really bad. And it's really, really bad for restaurants. And they're still having a hard time here in Florida. And a lot of the people who own restaurants, friends of mine that I know, they're paying their landlords whatever they can pay to stay in business, and the landlords are taking it because the landlords don't want to take the space back. So I hear a lot of people out there are paying 1/3 of their rent and telling their landlords, if you want my restaurant, go ahead and take it, because they know the landlord doesn't want their restaurant. So it's crazy out there. And I know we're not hearing a lot of it on the news. It kind of is a silent thing going on in the background, but I wouldn't be surprised if we all wake up, especially here in the United States, and we see a large portion of our restaurants and stores could be shut down between now and the end of the year if something doesn't change quickly, because people are having a hard time. They really, really are. So it's sad. It's really unfortunate. And the last time I checked and talked to my friends that work at Disney World, and I have some friends that work at Disney World, the amount of people walking through the doors is ridiculously low. I mean, so low. The weather did change yesterday, and I know a lot of people didn't want to go to the parks wearing masks all day because it's been so hot. It's been 95, 96 degrees. We had a great weather change yesterday. Today's high is going to be like 82, which is fantastic. I mean, like 82 for us is awesome. So hopefully more people will be able to go to the parks when the weather drops. Hey, just a reminder, Swell is coming October 15th, 14th, and 15th of this year. This is the global event. They had a couple of regional events already this year. So the global event's going to be their big event. It's still going to be virtual. It's by invite only. There is a registration button. You can go to swell.ripple.com and register to see if they'll give you a ticket. But it'll be interesting to see what comes out this year. You got to remember that Ripple doesn't release a lot of news because they're a B2B business, right? So they do business. They're a business that does businesses with businesses, right? That's what B2B is, right? Business to business. So it's up to those businesses to release the information on, if they want to, about whether or not they're working with Ripple. So it's not Ripple's job to release that information and that news unless, of course, their partners have asked them to. So this is kind of a great opportunity for partners of them to come out and say, hey, we're doing business, or we're doing this, or we're doing that with Ripple. So sometimes that's a good thing that comes out of this. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll get some more regulatory clarity prior to October 14th and 15th, which may make for a more exciting Ripple Swell this year. So we will wait and see. This I thought was great. This was posted on Twitter at Ratchy_Ratch_. You can choose only one. One is a soulmate. Number 2 is $70 million. And number 3 is a time machine. Which door will you open? So I think that was great. You guys can tell me in the comment section below which door would you open, and also any comments that you want to give me. As you guys know, I love your comments. That's it for today. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant, and I am not a time machine expert. Although if you want my answer, I would probably take the time machine in this one. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. Hey, please like and subscribe. Oh, by the way, thank you. I just passed 20,000 subscribers on YouTube last night, and I want to thank everyone who supported my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I really would love it if you did. Hit the like button, by the way. If you hit the like button, I find that maybe 4 to 5 more people watch my videos, so it's very helpful. And if any other breaking news occurs, you guys know I'm going to jump out and give you a video. And everyone have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.